Hudson is he's a sensitive boy, and he's sensitive to change.
With Hudson, any challenging moments I find are when he's overtired or overstimulated. So recently we were at a restaurant where he started to have a bit of a meltdown while we were in the restaurant, and I just took him outside, and he calmed down quickly out there once all the stimulation was gone, and we were able to go back into the restaurant.
Miles is, he's highly energetic.
Sometimes he's challenging at times, but he's very tender. And I find that he just wants interaction, that's all. To overcome those challenges, I find when I kind of sit down and come down to his level and kind of talk to him and just kind of reason with him, let him kind of explain what the problem is. And sometimes you kind of find it's more of a frustration, if anything, and just trying to alleviate that problem.
And we just wanted our home to be a really safe environment and loving and supportive, and yelling and spanking were never really things that we considered to use as parenting tools.
I think that it's important to teach them, give the kids a toolbox that they grow up with so they learn nonviolent means to communicate.
And resolve their problems.
And resolve their problems without violence.
What I find really works well for me is role playing. So I'll flip the role, and so he can experience what I'm experiencing, and you know, I find that really gets through to him. I find that yelling or spanking doesn't work because I know in my experience that it made me feel like I wasn't loved, that my parents didn't love me, and I don't ever want my children to feel that way because I knew it wasn't a good feeling. I prefer to explore what he's feeling and teach him how to be respectful by just talking to him and reasoning with him. I find that works a lot better.
We try to teach him self-soothing techniques. We have a book that talks about a monkey that is having a bad day and things that he does to calm himself down. So taking a deep breath, hugging his favorite blanket.
If he's sad, I'll tell him about a time that I've been sad and what I did to help sort of move past that. You know, we do that with a lot of his, if he's very upset or angry about something or didn't get something, we try to express things or relate it to stories that we read to Hudson as well and characters within those stories. So.
And we usually try to wait until he's calm to discuss the situation with him, because in the moment it's not going to be helpful to get him worked up just talking about it more.
Well, what works for us as parents is that we collaborate. Yeah, we're on the same page. Yes, we try our best to be consistent. And that way, you know, it's reinforced. Yes, mommy said this, and yes, daddy's going to say that too.
Teaching our kids to be able to talk it out, express themselves verbally, and giving them the opportunity to tell us what they might do different the next time, especially with Hudson. He's at an age now where we can discuss, you know, when something went wrong, how we might have done it differently and what we can do next time. And a lot of the time it has to do with setting them up for success too.
Well, discipline to me means it's an opportunity to teach your child, and punishment tends to be more physical or emotionally hurting your child.
Discipline is the means to instill the morals and social boundaries that you want to teach somebody, and punishment would be an action that would be taken against them for breaking those boundaries, I suppose, if you were to use punishment.
I would say I parent exactly how I was parented, which is just with a lot of love and kindness.
Yeah, I was my early childhood there was a lot of punishment, and I parent the opposite of that. I remember the punishments. I don't remember the lesson or the discipline that was learned through those, and so I prefer the approach we take, the softer approach.